Today we are going to talk about the nested if function in Microsoft Excel. Now this marks the second and the last part of our two-part series on the if function in Microsoft Excel. In the last study we handled the simple if function. So today we look at nested if function. So suppose you have this particular problem, you have a table containing name of students, and that you also have another table containing the various grades, the ranges for the various grades, and the minimum scores which have been awarded to those various grades, and that you'd want to now obtain the minimum percentage score for the various grades that you have scored by the various students. Now, one of the best ways to go through it is through the nested if function. So this is how it works. The first thing, go to a cell where you'd want to display the minimum percentage score. Then you are going to activate that cell using equal sign. So after you've activated that particular cell using equal sign, then you are going to type in the word if, then you open the bracket. So we begin the logical test. Now this is the logical test. The first one is that if this grade, for example, scored by Jefferson Ben, is equal to, if it is grade A, then it means that the minimum score which should be displayed is 70. So here you have got two options. The first option is that you can go ahead and just type in 70. The other option is that you can go ahead and link this particular cell now that we have this particular table. Once you've refreshed that cell, then you're just gonna highlight that. Then it's good that you lock that particular cell so that you keep your referencing okay, and you'll do that using WinKey plus F4. So comma. Now this is very important. The next thing that you're going to do in nested if, you are not going to specify the value if false. You are going to nest or bring in another if function until we are done with all the situations or conditions. Then we'll specify our value if false. So the next if is if bracket. If now that we have mastered that cell, it is if4. If it's equal to B, then it means that what should be displayed is this particular cell, and you lock it again, WinKey plus F4, comma, another if, bracket. So if what's being displayed is now C, it means that what should be displayed as the minimum score should be that particular value, which is 50. So you reference that cell, lock it using WinKey plus F4, comma, if, bracket, if4 equal sign, D now being displayed, then you should actually display this minimum value from that particular cell, and it's actually 40. Lock it again using WinKey plus F4. And then once you have that, then we come up with another if function. This is going to be a little bit long, but it's worth the effort. So if 4 equal sign, this time round, if it's E which is being displayed, then the minimum score there should be 0 as referenced by that cell. Lock the cell, WinKey plus F4, then comma, if, bracket, if4 equals sign, this time round if the grade being displayed is X, then what should be displayed is this particular cell whose value is actually null. Lock it using WinKey plus F4. Then if, I think this should be the last if that we are nesting, if4 equals sign, that should be missing. Then actually what should be displayed is a dash. Then it's good that you lock that particular cell using WinKey plus F4. Now the last thing is to specify the value if. If none of these conditions are met, then it means that we'll be displaying invalid, and it's good that you have it in between quotation marks, invalid. So once you have it, then it's good that now you just close the brackets. Make sure that you close all the brackets that you opened. So that's the first one, second one, third one, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and the final. You can always check it across the formula bar. So now when you click on enter, then you see now for a grade of B, it is displaying 60, and that is true. As you can see here, the minimum score for B should be 60. Now to replicate the same for the rest of the grades which have been attained by the other students, highlight that range, click on Ctrl plus D, then you'll have the rest now replicated for you. And that is true. If you come here, for example, and check this grade from C to A, now the minimum score should be changing from 50 to 70, and that's exactly what has happened. If you change this from D to X, now the minimum score should be changing from rather to none, and that is exactly what we are being told in this particular table. So that's how simple and how interesting the nested if function in Microsoft Excel works. I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you so much for joining.